motherfucker.
Welcome to Thorough Talks 215. I'm your host, E, with my co-host, Brown. Talk to him.
What up, E? What's going on, my brother?
Everything is good, Brown. How are you, my good friend?
Shit, chilling, man.
Happy birthday to Brown
Yeah,
Star.
so you already know.
Happy belated. How was the birthday, bro?
The birthday was great. It was amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie. I did something different.
Okay.
But it was a great feeling because, you know, when you're a younger man, you start, you know, you think of doing your birthday always like partying and drinking and, you know, wilding out. And I did something peaceful with family, and I was good with that.
Yeah, you know what? That's called maturity, broski.
Yeah.
Like you said, when you're young, it's ripping and running, and you want a lot of people around you, which is cool too. But quality time with the folks is even better.
Of course, man. Of course.
It's even better. You save some money. You stay out the way. How many times you see people get hurt on their birthday? It happens a lot.
I mean, plenty of times.
Plenty of times.
And a lot of times it's just, you know, they out there partying and they don't even know what's going on.
Right.
Shit happens.
Shit happens. You're
Fucked
too
up.
excited. You know, you're drinking a little too much and
Yeah.
going too fast. Sometimes it's not good for you.
Not saying I couldn't have got hurt where I was at.
No, but the chances are lower when you're with family.
Yeah.
You know
I was
what
at
I'm
the
saying?
beach, man. I enjoyed it.
I'm chilling. Ain't nothing happening.
Yeah.
Man, killer.
Yes, sir.
This is episode 24.
24.
Bro.
Sipping on 4-4. 24. Let's go.
Episode 24. I'm excited. Thanks for joining us. You know, we've been working hard trying to get the show popping. We're going to give you a lot more interviews. We going in. The summer is almost over. 2 weeks to the summer's over, bro.
Summer's almost over. It was okay.
It was decent.
It was cold. It was okay. Like, you know, I mean, we working, man. We focus on something different. So
Right.
the summer's different for me.
Yeah, this
You know
summer
what I
was
mean?
extremely different for us because it wasn't your normal summer where just being out all the time.
Yeah,
It was
nah.
focused, learning, reading,
Yep.
trying to get this podcast popping, Thorough Talks.
Investing in our dreams.
Yo, but you know what I saw, bro?
What up?
The Miss Universe was Boricua.
What?
Shout out to Zashley Alicia was crowned Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2025. She will represent Puerto Rico in the Miss Universe 2025 competition in Thailand. The 74th Miss Universe competition is scheduled for November 21st, 2025 in Bangkok.
Dang.
Miss Universe Puerto Rico pageant was held on August 14th, 2025. And it's in San Juan. This woman is beautiful.
That's
Shout
dope.
out to
That's
that
dope.
young lady.
Shout out to the Boricua,
Yo,
man.
we got
you know,
5. I think we got 4 or 5 total Miss Universe.
That's dope.
Boricua.
yeah.
You know, our women are beautiful.
I mean, you know, it's because there's so many different.
Yeah. But also,
they
you
all
know,
look
you have to
different.
answer questions, right? It's not just beauty.
Yeah, you're right,
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
right,
You
you're
have to
right,
be
you're
smart,
right,
intellect, humble, and so maybe she got it. Let's see.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
she looks good. She's a beautiful woman.
That's what's up, man. That's great.
Beautiful woman.
Great to
bro.
hear.
You know, I heard something, Brown Storm,
Break it down.
and I hope it's a rumor because today, matter of fact, I saw on the news Jake Paul might be fighting Gervonta Tank Davis in an exhibition on November 15th in the land. Why, bro? What do you think? Are you cool with these exhibitions when it comes to, like, you know, pro athletes? I'm not knocking Jake Paul. He's a smart businessman. He's doing his thing.
Of course.
But when you put him on with a boxer like a Gervonta Davis, which size difference is another subject. Well, how do you feel about that?
It's a big ass difference. That's why it kind of
but
doesn't make
how
any
do you feel
sense.
about that, Brown?
I mean, you know, it's entertainment at the end of the day. They both people, of course, they talked about it. I bet they teams went over it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a lot of money involved. And, you know, it could not change somebody's life, but because these guys are millionaires, but
Right.
it puts more money in their pockets because people are going to watch it. No matter how we think about it, how we feel about it, there is a crowd of people out there
that will watch.
that would watch this the same way
But-
people feel about wrestling. They still watch wrestling knowing, you know, what wrestling really
But do
is.
you think it's hurting the sport of boxing? Because I spoke to one of my boys, Mike. Shout out to Mike, and we always talk boxing. He can't stand it. I'm not a fan of it because I'm the pure boxing fan. I want to see boxers that are training seriously, that take it, you know, serious, that dedicated. A guy like Jake Paul, again, I give him his props.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in it for the same reason that Crawford's in it. I mean,
No,
they're trying to make money, but
Totally
it's a different mindset. And I think they hurt the sport of boxing.
I think it's hurting and embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
The sport of boxing.
Right. Like when he fought Tyson, like really?
Like-
Look, I understand you want to make money, but you fought a legend, and I just don't know. It just tarnishes the sport.
I mean, if you think about it, can you imagine Jake Paul trying to fight the young Mike Tyson?
Oh no, he wouldn't.
I don't even think that would have even
I don't think he
happened.
qualifies for it.
No.
He wouldn't qualify for it because at that time you had to be
had to work up to that.
You have to work up to that. You have to be ranked, right? You have to have a history of fighting and in the professional, realm. So no, I don't think that would have happened. And Tyson, of course, would have killed him. And there's videos showing that it was kind of fake. He threw a punch.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's entertainment. Like I said,
sports,
it's entertainment.
It's entertaining, but I don't know. Would you watch? You're gonna watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
You're gonna watch it,
I'm a
right?
Javante fan, so I'm gonna watch it. That's my guy. I'm gonna
All
watch
right.
it because I think he's gonna knock him out.
Who's gonna knock who out?
Javante gonna knock him out.
think so?
Yeah, he's not signing no contract no other way, bro.
Yeah, that's
he going down.
Yeah, he's going.
I mean, bro, he's not gonna knock him out. That ain't gonna happen.
He's too slow, I think. Too big.
That ain't gonna happen. Javante gonna run around that dude, dog, and hitting body shots.
Body shots.
If he allows him to.
Right. It depends what the contract.
Because this is exactly.
Yeah,
exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me, dog?
Yeah.
It's all about them Benjamins.
That's right. They sit back and they say, listen, this is the fourth round. You're going to do this. Yeah, it's all scripted. It's all good. Listen, did you hear Cardi B's new track? Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it the other day. I didn't fully listen to the entire song, but I took a little glimpse of it. You know how you go scroll down on Instagram and shit like that? It was on there for I think it was 30, 40 seconds of it.
Okay.
What
do you think?
I kind of like it, and the reason why I tell you why is because it's a old Jay-Z beat, so it automatically it took me to that little era real quick. She kind of slowed her flow up, and it's different from all the other shit that's going on. So I kind of like it. I gotta listen to it again.
You're a Cardi fan to begin with.
Yeah, and I gotta listen to it again. Yeah,
I don't like it at all. And the reason why, well, I'm not a Cardi fan like that. I think she's decent. I'm a Nicki fan.
Yeah,
so
okay,
I'm biased. That's number one. Number two, that's a classic song that Jay-Z wrote. He got that song from an older artist. So that brings back memories to me. That whole Jay-Z album was phenomenal. And it seemed scripted to me. It seemed like she was reading a prompter, and I just did not like it.
So you didn't like her flow on the beat?
Right. I didn't like the flow.
That's why I understood.
She was saying some shit though.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
So that's why I get from when you said it sounds scripted.
It sounds scripted.
Some people don't know how to flow. They sound like they're reading their lyrics, and that does not work.
It just didn't work for me. Now I'm looking at it a little deeper now. So I don't know if you're involved what's going on in the music world, but supposedly Nicki and Hove not getting along.
Oh, really?
She's been talking real crazy, at Rock Nation. There's been a lot of speculation. And, she did a freestyle where she said the NFL needs to get rid of him. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, this has been happening. I didn't even know. And so I think this is a player move, a power move from Jay, from Hove. And he put her on, and I believe, I'm thinking deeper. And so I see the move. I just don't like Cardi on that song.
So, well, what I'm going to say about that is if Jay-Z did do that, he threw her into some lava. Because Nicki...
Yeah, she's going. She's coming back.
She that bitch. I'm sorry, bro.
Yo, she all that.
Nicki is that bitch.
And she's really good with them words.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not even how she look and all that, bro. Her, lyrically, bro, she would destroy you, bro. She nice.
I think Cardi want that. Cardi want to rumble her. I don't know about
now. That's different. Maybe they should do some Jake Paul shit. Get in the ring for some.
Get in the ring, but they ain't gonna do that. They're too princey for that anyway. I mean,
they gotta rip them big ass nails off too. They're gonna put them gloves on with them long ass
nails, bro. I can't stand that shit.
But
bro.
yeah,
it is what it is, bro. Did you see Putin and Trump link up, bro? They down the way, killer.
What they doing?
You didn't hear about them?
No,
bro,
no.
I you living under a rock?
No, I just don't. That type of shit, man. All the politics stuff and all that. I don't really like funking with it, bro. Yeah, I got too much other shit going on in my brain to be worried about some shit like that.
Okay, so let me put you on. So
put me on.
Trump. Look, no matter what you think about him, whatever side you on, Trump sometimes does gangster shit. He wanted to meet Putin. He said, "Yo, let's link up." Now I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say this exactly. I'm talking like Putin and him in the streets. Yo, we need to holler at each other. Y'all beefing down the way. This war has to stop. Putin says, all right, let's link up. He said, let's meet in Alaska. Alaska is a state. They meet in Alaska, bro. But Trump did some gangster shit, bro. You know what Trump did?
What he do, bro?
Trump's waiting for him. He got all his people. Putin lands. Boom. He gets off his plane. He's walking down. And he shakes his hand. And as he shakes his hand and they start walking, B-2 bombers fly over them. And they all look. And it showed like power, bro.
Are you serious,
dude,
bro?
It was crazy, bro. That's gangster. You might not like Trump.
Nah,
but the way, if you look at the video of how that happened, it was planned perfectly. He's shaking Putin's hand, and you see these B-2 bombers just fly right over them real slow with these other planes. I don't know what the other planes were. But that moment, man, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I gotta give Trump props
for that. I feel
for
you on that because it shows power.
It shows power.
It shows power. It shows that I straight don't give a fuck.
And I'm willing to come talk. I want you to come talk. Come to my hood.
It's just
come talk to me, man. But I'm gonna show you that number one, we're not scared of you.
Yeah.
Number two, we want the war to stop. But if the war doesn't stop and we have to get involved, it's a problem. To me, that's the message.
Yeah, he's just showing his power. But sometimes people take advantage of their power, and that's what I don't agree with all the shit.
You think we take advantage of our power, the United States?
Yeah, we're powerful.
Yeah, we do.
We're powerful.
Yeah,
that's why we are the way we are. Like, we're powerful, and the world knows it.
Yeah, they know it, and I think that for years.
And that's what's scary too, though.
But it is scary. But at the same time, for years, it bothered me that they were looking at us like we were some nuts because of the administration that was in there. Yeah. And now I think it's probably going too far because sometimes our country does. Look, we're not perfect. I get it. The United States does a lot of slimy shit. But do you rather be looked as weak or strong?
Strong, of course, all day. Strong.
All day.
Looked at strong as being protected. I live in America with my kids, family members and all that. I'd rather us be protected.
Absolutely. And just like with Puerto Rico, like you rather have the United States military protect you in case something happens or not. Everybody, all the people out there that want to be independent, okay, you could get the independence, but who protects you if there's a war? Yeah. That's what I'd like to know.
You don't want Spain to protect you.
Right? You want Spain? You want Venezuela to protect you? You want Mexico to protect you?
Nope.
I'd rather stay with the United States.
I'll stay with the United States.
That could be an argument, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. Brown, I got a crazy story for you.
What's up, bro?
You ready? You ready for this one? All right, man stole $10,000 from his girlfriend to place a bet. He wins $100 million and gives her her money back, gives her 10 grand back, but she wants 40 million. After securing a massive payout, the man returned the original 10 grand that he stole from his girlfriend, gave it back to her. But instead of celebrating, she demanded $40 million, claiming she deserves a cut and as the source of the investment. This dispute quickly went viral, sparkling debate about trust, ownership, and entitlement in relationships. Legal experts say her claim could hold weight if the funds were considered jointly owned or a verbal agreement was made. But others argue that once the money was returned, she has no further claim. The viral story highlights how money can quickly distort relationships, dynamics, and expectations. Question to you, my friend. Was that enough? 10 grand? Or does she deserve 40 or more? What say you?
She deserves more money, and I'm going to tell you why. My thoughts.
Okay.
My thoughts. He stole the 10 grand. Right? What if he would have lost that? Would he have told her that? So to me, returning 10 grand ain't enough. Because
that is kind of cheap.
You gambled with you took my, first of all, you stole my money. You gambled with my money. And if you would have lost it, you would have never told me. So I would have been going crazy looking for my 10 grand.
Right.
You took it. So for you to return only 10 grand back, like,
that's disrespectful.
I borrowed. Even when you borrow 10 grand, there's still something called
interest.
Interest.
Come
on, bro.
Oh, now.
I'm not saying 40 million is like, maybe that's
not 40 million, but 10 million.
She deserves a
5 million,
a great amount of that because without her money, he would have never won that shit.
Absolutely right. So you figure if this is true, because this is all, but if you win 100 million, right, after taxes, let's say you get 60, hypothetical, 55, 60. Dog, a quick 5 to 10 ain't gonna kill.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
still millions. Still millions.
You're still up. You went from zero to
like,
that.
I'm gonna be mad at you and be like, you know what? Next time, ask me, motherfucker, because you got luck.
Right. Now, 10 grand, you can't get. She gonna get some bread if that goes to court, bro.
She's gonna get money. She's gonna get.
She gonna
He stole it. He might go to jail.
No, well, I don't know if she wants to press charges. Don't press no charges now, mama. Hey,
Shit, hopefully they don't flip it and be like, that was stolen money.
Nice.
You gambled with stolen money, so it doesn't.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. That's next level thinking.
Warm them up, baby.
Damn, that's a lawyer talk.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Damn,
That the companies will be like, oh, that was stolen money?
That was stolen money. But the problem with that is she didn't report it stolen.
Oh, okay.
Right? So think about it. You got to report it stolen.
Yeah, she's
right?
not going to report it stolen.
Now she ain't. She's going to be like, no, you know what? No, she's going to say, I will. She could say, I will report it stolen if you don't give me that cut.
Yeah.
Look, when it comes to women and money, though, you know what I noticed, though? You can't play with them.
I mean, you can't play with anybody.
But women and money, men take a lot of losses.
I'm going to tell you the difference. You can't play with women's money, but you know what happened with men? They kill each other.
Oh, yeah.
So that's serious.
That's true.
Men kill each other for $5.
$5, you're so
$10.
Right. No, that's a great
A girl be like, you know what? I ain't speaking
point.
to him no more.
Right.
A motherfucker come out here and clap the shit out of you,
bro.
for $5 because he felt disrespected.
Absolutely.
Damn.
That's so true. Bars. My man got bars. Bars. So yes, the 10 grand is not right. Not 10 grand is not right. Come on. Break her all when it come on.
At least a little crib. And like, you know what I mean?
A little Benz. Go get a Benz, man.
A little clean BM.
Yeah. No more chicken wings.
5 Series, you know what I'm saying?
Couple Rolexes. Come on, Pop. Come on, man. Bro. Damn, that's crazy, though. That is a crazy story I heard about that, man.
So let me ask you a question.
Talk to me, baby.
You know, get into like a little sports real fast because you got the Eagles hat on. I got the Eagles jersey. Shout out to my number one guy, number one quarterback.
Here we go.
Hurts.
Before he starts, Jalen Hurts. Brown has beef with anybody that's talking down on Hurts. He's with the Gilly crew because
listen, bro,
he's upset, which we all are. But it seems like you really take this serious, bro.
I mean, bro, he's the number one quarterback to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. Right. To me, in my eyes, and what he did, how he pulled it off, I saw it with my own eyes.
Right.
He's the best right now.
Yeah, he is, man.
That's it.
Yeah, so what's your question? Talk to me.
Phillies.
They balling right now.
Phillies.
They balling right now.
They're
ass. They kicking ass.
They kicking ass. You think we World Series?
I think the problem with the Phillies is this. And I hate, people are going to get upset when I say this. We cool off come playoff time. We've done it the last few years. And there's something with our squad that they hit home runs. Shout out to Schwarbaum. Shout out to all the fellas. JT Remuto's playing well. Harper's playing well. The bottom of the lineup is hitting. But for some reason, Brown. And we lost one of our star pitchers. He's,
He gonna come back though.
I don't know with these blood thinners and he has a blood clot. I don't know.
He'll be back.
Wheeler, so Zach Wheeler is out. If he doesn't come back, I think our chances are very low. To answer your question, I'm not gonna be convinced until we do it because they've done it to me before where they play well and then they cool off at the end of the season.
But you don't think the pitching is a little better this year?
It's way better, but Zach Wheeler has to pitch.
Yeah. How about Nola?
Nola sucks. He got rocked the other day, bro. He just came back. Sanchez is the one that's playing well.
Yeah.
Ranger Suarez is playing well. But Wheeler is the key. He's, to me, listen, it's one or the other. You're going to have great pitching. You're going to have to hit home runs left and right, play small ball. I don't know what they're going to do this year. I hope they can win a World Series. That would be beautiful. But they just break my heart too much.
Yeah.
They break my heart, man. To answer your question, 50-50 at this point. 50-50.
I think we're gonna go back. I think we're gonna go back. I just got this little feeling. I see it in the air. I see it different.
There's a major difference.
I see it different.
And today they gotta stay today, bro.
They gotta stay healthy though.
Well, in baseball, health is not a big issue like football.
Yeah.
But it can happen. Right now, we're suffering a loss right now with Zach. So
yeah. So
we'll see.
And you're talking about injuries right now, so we might as well keep it rolling.
Let's keep it rolling.
The Eagles. Yeah. What's up with the injuries going on?
Well, Mailata just had a concussion. The young boy, what's our safety? Mukumba, he hurt hamstring. They say AJ has a dinged up hamstring. You know what, Brown? I tell you, when it comes to football, bro, that's the one sport that you kind of...
It's dangerous.
Because it could just be practice.
It could be practice,
injuries. It could be a walkthrough, so many injuries. So the first couple games of the season, I really don't put too much emphasis on it because I know they're getting their feet under them and their legs under them and they trying to, get the webs off because they've been off for so long. There's not a lot of preseason games. So by the third, fourth game, you kind of see who they really are.
Yeah. So you think they go a little too like far with it when they practice?
You know what?
You think it's like a little too intense that they do? Like maybe they should be a little lighter.
It's a fine line with that. Bro.
Yeah,
it's a fine line because all right, if you don't, you're not gonna be ready. And if you go too hard, then here comes the injuries. It's like you have to have a balance. How do you do it? So I don't know. We'll see. Remember last year, bro? I don't know if you remember last year. We went 2-2, and we looked decent. We didn't look that great. Remember, I don't know if a lot of people remember this. Last year, they wanted to get rid of Sirianni.
Fast.
I think we
like
lost
2 losses.
We got 2 losses. They wanted to get. That's how we are, bro.
Yeah, we get nervous.
Football, we get nervous quick. In football, it just takes time to get going. So don't look. If we get a couple losses, don't. It's a long.
Nah, I ain't scared of that. I ain't scared of losses.
Don't be scared of that, man. It's a long season. We're gonna be all right.
I ain't scared of losses.
We're gonna be all right. Brown. Now that we're still talking on sports, do you know who Sha'Carri Richardson is? She's
Sha'Carri Richardson, yes, the runner.
Hear what happened, bro?
No, but I'm a big fan of hers.
All right, so the U.S. Olympic star, Sha'Carri Richardson, I hope I'm saying her name right, has a DV arrest. That should be a real wake-up call. The U.S. Olympic champion sprinter, Miss Richardson, is copping a plea from the public after an ugly incident that involved her assaulting her boyfriend at Seattle Airport, Tacoma International Airport last month, and is being booked on a charge of misdemeanor 4th-degree domestic assault. But the public is seeking the viral. She made this statement on social media, and she said, "I'm sorry, but it wasn't genuine." All right, the 25-year-old champion came on, and for her sake and hope, she engages a deeper, less public apology. Reflections on how she might safeguard her career and making fewer mistakes off track. People are highly upset because Nike did not drop her. So now there's a battle of if a man would have did that. And what she did was she pushed him. She swung at him. It wasn't nothing super crazy, but violence is violence. And so everybody's upset that she's not getting dropped, her endorsements, and they're not punishing her. Do you feel that the punishment should be the same if a woman puts her hands on a man?
I mean, yeah, nobody should put their hands on nobody, like man or woman. I don't give a fuck what it is. It's a way of walking away.
Double standard, huh?
Yeah, you got to walk away from shit sometimes.
What if somebody says, but she doesn't have the power or the strength or the bone density to really hurt a man? What do you say to that?
What you mean? It's still putting your hands on somebody. It don't even matter. Even if she hit him with a purse.
Right.
You still being violent. Like, you don't need to go that far with this shit, bro.
So that Nike, they said they're not going to drop her. And
she's a star.
She's a star, but
she's a big star.
If it was a man, bro,
yeah, I mean, they do shit like that, but they forgive people.
Yeah, but they forgive people after they serve whether some time, some penalties. Yeah. They forgave her without there was no consequences. Yeah. And so my book, it was wrong. I think that Nike should at least pause it. You know why I say that? Because there has to be an example. So what happens to the next star, the next female star? Can she put her hands on her dudes? If you're gonna have rules for the guys, and now we're living in the day of equality, it should be for the women also.
I mean, I look at it like, okay, Nike's not a part of the sports. They're just a sports sponsor, right? So for them to punish her by like taking it away from her and all that's different. I'd rather the sport punish her. Like
so the track and field
people,
right?
They punish her because Nike's like, come on, bro, like it's just something they wear.
But they don't do this. That's what I'm saying. The argument is they don't do it with the men. So if a man puts his hand on a woman, you're getting dropped. You're getting dropped, and I get it, man. We've always been held accountable to a high standard. Why not hold a woman to a high standard? And her apology was dry, bro. I saw the apology. She was kind of smirking. I don't know. It didn't seem sincere. It's a double standard, but I guess it's something we have to live with, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
That's bro. What, you live under a rock?
Yeah, something like that. I really ignore a lot of the news and shit like that. But I try to stay away from
A lot of this
shit.
stuff is great conversation because what happens is you got to remember there's young kids that are coming up, and they view these people as their heroes, just like you say. You're a fan of her, and we all love her. The girl's phenomenal, right? She's doing her thing. So when you do make a mistake, there has to be some consequences.
Yeah.
And she's human, and
Especially when you're a role model.
And she's right, and she's 25, so she could bounce back from it. I just think that if you don't, there's no punishment whatsoever. It's a bad time.
You think she'll just keep doing it, right?
Yeah, not only that,
Until she go to jail.
It's a bad example for the youth.
She go to jail, I'll tell you one thing, they'll cut her.
Right, and that's probably
different.
That's probably different. I don't know because what's happening is I'm wondering if the guy's gonna press charges. Her dude. That's it.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
They're ready to tell him, hey, yo, Pom, let me tell you something.
Listen,
You better not.
there's a lot of money involved, homie. Don't
better
press
not.
charges. You hear me? So hopefully it works out for her and she learns her lesson. It doesn't happen again. Keep your hands off your partner unless, it's love making. Brown, I got this crazy story. Hold on, I got to tell you this.
Talk to me, bro.
This is insane. I never heard anything like this, but this is kind of weird to me. But this is the world we live in, folks.
We got a weird story.
It's weird to me. Let's see.
Let's go.
Child has been born from an embryo in 1994, making it the oldest baby ever. I'll continue. In a groundbreaking event, a baby was born from an embryo that had been frozen since 1994, setting a new record for the longest frozen embryo successful brought to term. The embryo had been preserved for 30 years before being implanted in a woman through in vitro fertilization. Sorry, I said that wrong. The baby born healthy is now being dubbed the oldest baby ever born from frozen embryo. The embryo was originally donated and stored in a fertility clinic before being adopted by a couple seeking to expand their family. Advances. Techniques made it possible to safely thaw and implant the embryo after 3 decades in storage. Doctors say this case demonstrates how far fertility science has come in preserving human embryos.
Wow.
Future use. The historic birth opens new possibilities for reproductive medicine, including giving couples more time and flexibility in family planning. It also raises ethical and scientific questions about how long embryos could or should be preserved.
That's crazy.
So the baby is born, but it's 30 years old.
I'm just saying that's crazy because if you think about it, like that's somebody, like let's say right now you were to do some shit like that, right? You freeze your sperm. 70 years from now, a little Eli come out of nowhere.
Oh,
that's like, come on, bro. That's like cheating.
Fertilization is what it's
Bro.
That's nuts. So the baby right now is 30 years old, bro.
And he's a baby.
He's a baby. How is that even possible? Like, that can't be real,
I mean,
bro.
it's possible. They did it.
They did it.
That's
no, I mean,
wild.
but how can you not say that baby's 1 year old, right? How can you not say that baby's 9 months? How's that baby 30?
They in it because it's that old.
That's crazy.
When it's not that old.
So if you have other kids, that baby's older than the other kid.
Yeah, I
Right,
guess.
so if you got a 15-year-old,
Was this in America?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
Thank God it doesn't.
Wow, bro, dude, we living in crazy times. That's
Bro,
nuts to me.
That's crazy, bro.
It is what it is. Look. Science is moving so fast, and sometimes it's passing.
Scary.
We don't. Yeah, it's scary. Sometimes you say to yourself, the things that we're saying now, you can imagine 20, 30 years from now, bro. It's gonna get nuts out here, man.
Bro,
It's gonna get.
that's deep.
That's deep, man. 30-year-old baby.
Yeah, that's deep. Yeah, bro.
It is what it is. Yo, Ozempic reportedly is facing a $2 billion potential lawsuit. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Ozempic?
Not really. That's not a brand that I heard about much.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. I knew somebody personally. I won't say his name. And he asked. He said, "Dude, what do you think about Ozempic?" I said, "Look, what do you need it for? Because it's really for diabetes. It's really for diabetics, right? So I'm gonna read an article and then I'm gonna tell you the story.
Okay.
Right? Ozempic, a drug used for diabetics and widely popular for weight loss, is now at the center of a huge pharmaceutical lawsuit. More than 1,800 lawsuits have already been filed in the U.S. courts, with the number counting to grow. Financial Express reports the drug was originally approved for type 2 diabetes. It became popular for weight loss because it reduces appetite, regulates blood sugar, and helps people shed pounds. However, many patients say the drug left them with serious side effects. Lawsuit cites severe issues like stomach paralysis, intestinal blockage, and ongoing vomiting. Others report gallbladder problems such as vision loss and pancreas and kidney damage. Each case represents someone who claims their health is permanently harmed, some requiring surgery or further treatment. The company behind Ozempic, Novo Nordisk, is found liable. Payouts for medical costs, lost income, damages could top to $2 billion.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
So I had a friend, bro, that he asked me about it. I said, no, don't do it. Just work out. No, I'm going to do it. He did it, Brown, and in about 6 months, he lost a good 30, 35 pounds.
Okay.
And it looked good, looked great. And when I saw him, I said, I was convinced. I said, listen, hey, it's working.
Yeah.
Fine. But then I ran into his wife one time. I was at the grocery store. And she said, I'm going to tell you the truth.
These people don't work no more.
No.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No, she said, irritated all the time, snapping on everybody, extremely angry.
Oh, shit.
He was very, very moody. She said, look, he values your word. Please have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And I won't say his name. And
No.
I wouldn't disrespect him. Shout out to him. He got off it. And I had a talk with him. I said, bro, I didn't bring that up, but I said, how are you feeling? He was honest with me. He said, man, I can't sleep sometimes.
Oh,
I get up
shit.
angry. Sometimes I want to hurt people. I said, bro, you got to get off it, man.
Yeah.
And I convinced him. We had a talk. We sat down, had some coffee. He said, yeah, I think I'm because it's hurting my relationship with my family. I'm having trouble at work, my friends.
Damn.
Yeah, because he said he would just snap out of just the slightest thing that got him upset, he'll snap.
It's the chemical.
There's a side effects to it.
Yeah, it's a side effect.
You got to
to all
remember,
drugs.
Brown, a lot of people don't realize that when you take something that's new, there's not studies behind it.
Yeah.
So you take something and you think, okay, it's great, but it just came out. There's not enough sample size for you to say, okay, these are the side effects.
Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah, that's how I felt about the vaccines.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah, you didn't do it, huh?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Well, some people had some
people had to do
it. Some people died because they had some
Some people.
I don't know the numbers.
Yeah, a lot of people died.
There was a lot of people that didn't die.
There's a lot of people that didn't die.
They're saying that people had conditions before that. And,
whatever.
so, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the
they
answer.
want to say.
All I know is this Ozempic shit.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it. But I had to. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm like, I got clients. I got
Yeah.
now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have took another route. But Ozempic, the thing with this is there's a lot of people that are taking it and it's working for them. They're losing weight. A lot of times they might not be telling people the side effects.
Yeah, they're probably afraid. They're probably afraid. But you got to remember at the same time, everybody's body is built different.
True.
So the side effects probably hit him different from somebody like from me or you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that could be any vaccine, any drug.
Yeah, anything, anything. That's like I could smoke a blunt, you could smoke a blunt. I'll get high, you'll get paranoid.
Ain't that something?
And we're smoking the same shit.
Right.
It's
Especially
just,
today. What's the story about today
with
the weed, man? Everybody says it's super strong.
I mean, it's just so much bullshit out there, man. You got to really be careful of what you smoking because a lot of shit they spraying it. They say, yeah, this is cherry banana, and it's like, bro, they sprayed that shit so it can smell and taste like that.
Yeah, but
that's still a chemical.
People up. Right.
Oh
right,
yeah,
right.
bro. It make you a lot of people get nauseous from it. A lot of people get nervous. They go into depression. It gives anxiety.
Oh, snap.
Because if you think about it, they're spraying these weeds, bro, with different shit.
And it's fairly new, too.
Yeah.
It's fairly new. Just like this Ozempic, I wouldn't recommend it now. If your doctor says this is the only option you have and you have diabetes and it's a life and death situation, I guess the gamble is worth it. But from my understanding, there's been a lot of side effects. I don't know if you should do it. Consult with your doctor. All right, before you take your step to doing this Ozempic stuff.
Yeah. You gotta watch the shit you do, man. You have to. Do your research on whatever it is that you want to do in life, people. Please. You can't. Everything ain't for everybody.
Read up on it.
It's not. Yeah,
I think the mistake a lot of people make, they just don't want to read.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to read.
People
don't read.
Even if you have a hard time reading, some people have a hard time.
Take your time.
It's not that they can't read. They have a hard time sitting there.
Yeah.
Putting the time. It does. It takes a lot. You have a long day and you got so much going on. You got the kids. You got. For you to sit and read, sometimes it's just not as easy. But when it comes to your health and you're considering taking something, I mean, it's worth saying, all right, outside of Google, because everybody goes to Google. Don't always go to Google. Go to the library, call your doctor, ask around. what research can I do? Because a lot of times they'll go to Google, get the answer, that's it. That's the answer.
Yeah. They cheat.
They cheat, and then sometimes you get false information.
Yeah.
Go to that
too.
source and then find another source and go in and dig deep. Go into YouTube, go to your neighborhood library, talk to a doctor, talk to a second doctor.
Yeah.
You're putting stuff in your body. You have no idea what it is.
I mean, it's crazy because they have a problem with reading a book, but they don't have a problem reading your gossip. They ain't got no problem. They ain't got no problem doing that.
No, all day.
Scrolling and reading people's problems.
And commenting on everything that.
Oh, man, listen.
Right?
They could read that.
And they read that and they're arguing online. And so, look, when it comes to your health, I take health extremely seriously. Do your research, talk to your doctor, figure it out before you ingest anything, take any pill, because you never know.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all got some good news with the alcohol consumption.
What's going on with that?
It's going down, and I'm happy.
That's great. That's great.
For me, let me just say this, Brown. Come February, whatever date it was after the Super Bowl, that was the last time I had alcohol, bro.
After the Super Bowl that just passed. So you're going on a year?
Almost a year. This February.
So,
a year.
I mean, so you actually cheated that day that you said, you know what?
No, that wasn't the plan. The plan.
No, what I mean is that you wasn't drinking at all. You just said, you know what? Let me.
No, I mean, I would have a casual drink before that. Okay. What happened was after the Super Bowl, in my mind, when I was at the parade, I said, you know what? Today's going to be my last day of drinking.
Okay.
Not forever. I don't know.
You said it to yourself.
I said to myself, how long can I go without alcohol?
Okay.
And I'm still going.
That's dope.
It's August, right? Dope. So I'm going to try to go a year. See, and to be honest.
Not me. I was drinking on my birthday.
It's your birthday, baby.
I had to.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't have to. You chose to.
You right. I said, you know what? I'm going to take me a little shiz out. You know what I mean? I was chilling.
Chilling. I'm not, listen, I would never judge anyone for what they do. Do what you do it responsibly. But check it out. The numbers say something different. Alcohol consumption in the U.S. has dropped 54%, the lowest since the Gallup began tracking in 1939. For the first time since Gallup began tracking in 1939, alcohol consumption in the U.S. has dropped just to 54% adults say they drink. This marks the lowest level ever recorded in the survey, 85 years. The shift comes as more Americans, particularly younger generations, embrace healthier lifestyles, chose non-alcoholic alternatives, and shows growing awareness of long-term effects of alcohol use. Culture change and the rise of wellness-focused habits are reshaping the way people view drinking. And I'm telling you, Brown, I can't drink no more like I used to, bro.
I mean, no.
Bro, every time I would drink, it would take me 2 or 3 days to recoup.
Yeah, that's too much, bro.
Bro, and it would drive me nuts. And I saw the writing on the wall, because I would say to myself, every time I would have a drink, I'm like, I can't get back. You wake up with a headache. Well, I just couldn't function the way I'd like to function, bro. I like to get up early.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to brag or to anybody to follow me. I'm saying that's my Steve, bro.
Yeah.
I get up 4:35, rolling. My day is long. When you hungover, you can't.
You can't.
Look, I don't think the way I normally think. My brain is not moving as fast.
Yeah.
I don't have that burst of energy when I go to work. I got to get shit done. That alcohol shit would just slow me down.
Yeah, that shit
bro.
fuck you up. It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's poison.
It's poison. Now let me continue. While alcohol remains a fixture in social life, the steady decline signals a generational shift in habits that could reshape industries from bars, beverages, companies. Experts note that the long-term trend may continue as alcohol-free options become more mainstream, bro. Which is good because, look, you live your life and you want to have a casual drink. I get that. That's cool. But there are people that can't control the amount of alcohol.
Oh, man. It's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that have a problem.
Yeah.
And so I always said to myself, I'm going to stop smoking weed. I always said I want to stop drinking. I stopped it. Certain food. So I saw this happening years ago, but sometimes it takes time. It just doesn't happen overnight. And then one day you'll wake up, and a lot of people have done it when they say, all right, that's it. And you go cold. You gotta think about it at the same time. It's actually like a drug. It is a drug.
It's once it's in your system, it's kind of hard to get out. Like you got people who are alcoholics who, if they don't drink, they throw up. They go through shit. Like when they do drink, it balances them back out. It's because it's in their system, bro.
So much.
So to get it out.
You know what's sad though, Brown? I'm gonna keep it a buck. And rest in peace to all the people that I've known that went through this. Most people, when they do stop drinking, they get sick.
Yeah, man.
Or smoking. So I've known people, and rest in peace to my cousin Rich, man. You know, there's people that live their whole lives drinking and smoking, right? And then they stop, and for some reason, their body reacts a certain way, and they get cancer, they get sick, and it's weird. It's like you went all them years, you were cool with the, you know, doing your thing, and then when you want to change your life, you go a few years feeling good, and then boom.
Yeah, it happens. So
crashes, man.
Because they just trying to change their lives. And it's
yeah,
like
because not only that, you start feeling, your body starts feeling a certain way, because your body will always give you signals that something's wrong. Yeah. And then you say to yourself, all right, let me go see the doc. The doc says, yo, your kidneys, your liver, the numbers are not great. You have to stop. Yeah. You keep drinking. So that puts the fear in people. But then when you stop, it's too late. Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. It's just too late because you're so far gone. You're ready. So many years of you drinking and smoking. And I mean, look, again, I bring these things up because I want to illustrate to people that there are people trying to change, and you can change too. Yeah. If you really wanted to, and you could break generational curses, man. And you know what that means, right? So some people continue, you know, what their family have done for hundreds of years. And there's other people that say, you know what? I want to get a degree. Nobody else, you know, has a college degree. I want to be the first one. I want to be the first millionaire. You know, I want to be the first one to stop drinking alcohol, going to jail. We have a lot of families and friends we know that everybody's gone to jail. Grandma, mom, brothers, sisters, and they continue that generation. Yeah, they keep on. Somebody has to say, because there's a young buck that's looking at you, your nephew, nieces, and they're going to say, damn, Theo did it. Yeah. I'm telling you. He changed. He changed. Yeah, it's okay to stop eating. It's okay. Pork chops and all that, and putting so much sazon and adobo on your food. Right. We could change. We could change. We could stop this change. Let me be the one. Even though I'm gonna take the criticism, because trust me, bro, when I got into fitness, everybody, tú estás muy flaco. Yeah. Oh, what are you sick? Yeah, people. You tú no come, and there's like this. They don't mean, and don't take this the wrong way. There's a little bit of ignorance behind it because there's no education behind it. Yeah. So they're living their life, and they're talking to you from what their capacity of understanding is. Yeah, their understanding. So they're looking at it something different. They're scared of difference, and they're like, "Pues qué te pasa? What's your problem?" And you're like, "No, I'm gonna keep going." Now what happens is they laugh at you first, they judge you, and then they join you. Yeah. They say, "I can't break them." You know what I'm saying? And they start asking you questions. Yo, how did you how did it happen? How you look good like that? Tonto me, papi. Te ve bien, cabrón. Gacho. Right? And so then now, but you have to take that criticism first from family and friends to get over the hump. And then now you can teach and educate and be a support, because that's the point of doing this. Anytime you change, it's not to keep it for yourself. It's to say, look, bro, I can help you. I did it. This is how I did it. Yeah. One thing I don't like, I hate about like certain things, especially like with health, is when family members try to tell you it runs in your family. Right. That right there pisses me off. Like diabetes. Oh, diabetes runs in your family. This runs in your family. Bro. There's some truth to that. Yeah, but like diabetes. But a lot of the shit we do it to ourselves, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. And what it is we just continue to do what we saw, what we was taught. Right. So for cooking, for instance, we go, adobo, sazon. We got to flavor our shit all crazy just to eat it. Mm-hmm. And that's the stuff that has all the chemicals and stuff in it that make us get diabetes, make us get anxiety, make us get depression, make us gain all this weight, make us lose our vision. I mean, so much to it, It's just so much to it. You know, it's crazy because when I got into fitness, that's all I heard was, you don't know how to eat. Right? And people don't realize that sometimes you say things and sometimes I don't want to hear that. Yeah. I'm not knocking you for what you do, so, and then it was, tú no sabes comer, or, what are you sick? And that to me is disrespectful. Yeah. Man, like you see somebody going, it's like, I'll give you a perfect example. It's like somebody from down the way gets a degree and they're educated now. They speak different. Of course. And I hate when they say, "Oh, you're speaking like a white person." No. He knows how to read. Yeah, she knows. She's educated now. She's using different words that you might not understand. So they'll come back with a degree down the way, and people will say, "Oh, you think you're better?" No, man. This is what I was taught. Right? I put the years in. I paid for school. I paid for books. Now you're insulting me because you're scared because I'm different. Yeah, and you got to always learn how to adjust to people too, bro. Like I could sit around a group of people and talk some educated ass shit, and I could hang around some hood motherfuckers and talk some hood ass shit. At the same, it's all around who you around that you adjust. You have to have that capacity to say, okay, Right now is not time to be hood.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You in the workplace.
Exactly.
You're around the CEOs and the human resources. There's business people there. All right. You know what? It's best not to speak if you can't. If you don't know what to say.
Don't say nothing.
So I think that that's the problem with a lot of us in the hood, people that come from down the way, that we don't understand that somebody being different, it's okay.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? If they don't speak like you, it's okay. They dress different, especially with clothes, bro.
Yeah.
When we were young, bro. We would bully the hell out of somebody.
I mean, all the time, because we went to Edison.
Right.
Edison was Edison was a fashion show.
It's a fashion show.
It was a fashion show.
You know what I mean?
Every day.
Every day. You got to get a haircut.
Every day. Everybody always walked in Edison
Polo,
dressed the fuck up.
Nautica.
Different shit.
And Rockaware.
All that. Yep.
Nietzsche.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The Flies Jordan.
All that, bro. It was a fashion show.
It was a fashion show. And so what I love about being older is that you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You just don't, man.
Bro.
Now, some of us, there's still dudes that run around thinking they still young boys.
Yeah, I mean.
And look, we talked about this before. If you're in your 50s and you still want to dress like you 20, fine. If you can pull it off, cool.
Of course.
I'm not knocking it. But don't knock somebody that doesn't dress that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a lame. Or no, he just doesn't have that.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Some people, and let's be honest, there's a lot of wealthy people that don't wear the shit that we wear.
No.
There's a lot of people that's getting real money that if you see them, you wouldn't even know it. Because they hide that shit.
I mean, if you look at it, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all the top of the line Johns they only making their money is because the hood people buying it.
Well, that's funny, man. I saw this girl. She made a lot of sense.
Bro.
This girl said, if I see a guy, every time he has something on is super loud, she said, I'm not interested. Now, she could be lying, whatever the thing is. But as you get older, you realize that sometimes the loudest is not the one that's doing the greatest. You understand? And that's even with their voice. Right. It's like they just want to be seen, but they're not really doing big things. When you actually have a conversation with them, what are you doing? No, you're just going to work. You work at the post office, bro. Why do you got all this shit on? What is your plan? What are you trying to do, man? Like, do you own anything? Do you have a payroll? Do you have, employees?
Yeah.
Are you helping the community? You're helping out with trying to make your community better. So you look fly, but you're not, there's no contribution to make the world a better place. So I don't get it. Whatever, man. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? I think that just be humble. Try to do the best you can. Help your neighbor. Help your family.
Help your family. That's important. Helping family is important.
Absolutely.
So what's up, Killer, man?
Yo, there was another study.
Let me hear that, bro. What you got going on?
This one's funny. This was funny, bro. Study suggests that sperm is a natural antidepressant for women. I'll continue. A study from the State University of New York at Albany found surprising research, including psychologist Gordon Gallup's suggests that men's sperm have a mood-boosting effect for women. Okay. They surveyed college-age women and found that those who reporting having unprotected intimacy showed fewer signs of depression compared to those who had used protection or didn't engage at all. The researchers believe this could be due to certain hormones found in men's sperm, like oxytocin and serotonin, which may get absorbed by the body and influence mood. Experts say that this debate is just an idea. The study didn't prove cause and effect, and it's not something to rely on as a treatment for mental health. So, ladies, you can't use sperm as an excuse for mental health. You can't tell your man, I let him hit him raw because I needed it for my mental health. So don't do it.
So there was a study on it.
There was a study.
So there was like a whole group of women who actually did this?
Yeah, it doesn't say a number of girls.
The fuck?
This is so vague. I'm not sure how real it is. But it's funny because, dog, after sex, she is in a better mood, bro.
Sometimes.
Well,
it all depends.
You did something wrong if she's not in a better mood.
It all depends on, how you go about the shit, because they're not always happy. The same way you're not always happy.
Yeah, but usually when you smash a short, well, in my case, every time I smash a shorty, she's happy. We're laughing afterwards. Maybe I did a bad job. She's laughing at me. I don't know.
I'm not saying necessarily you, but,
I know what you mean. I'm just trying to be funny. But, the crazy part is I've heard women say that they don't count their bodies if a guy wears a condom, bro.
I heard of that. That's fucking weird.
Crazy,
That's weird.
That's wild.
That mean the man can't count it either. There's something in between them.
You know, this whole this whole body count thing is a big story because everybody says it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter because, you know, there's fluids that's going in you. If you're sleeping with people unprotected, there's fluids that are going back and forth. And it stays dormant in you. You know, you might sleep with somebody some years ago and you went raw, and it might not show up on the test, and then years later it shows up, bro.
Damn.
You know, and then we had that one story where all the sperm that girl had kind of was formulating. There was one major sperm that made the DNA of the baby, but when she slept with too many guys, there's a lot of shit going on in there that could affect that baby. So
yeah, that's it.
It is important. We laugh but there's a educational purpose behind this.
There's a laboratory in there.
Listen, it's a laboratory baby. But the point I'm trying to make is use protection, people.
Of course, guys.
There's a lot of fluids. There's a lot of diseases. There's so many STDs. Please use protection. Look, we all love raw. Let's keep it a buck, bro. It's a great feeling to go raw, but there's a lot of consequences.
A lot of nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah,
there, bro. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. And you know, I see a lot of shows, podcasts, and a lot of these girls get upset because they say it doesn't matter, but they don't want to discuss it. So what that means, it does matter. Yeah. You say it doesn't matter, it does matter. Come on now. No woman wants to be. I've never met a woman that was fine with being called a hoe. You know, that's disrespectful. Mm-hmm. I never met a woman that was cool with saying, I slept with 1,000 men.
No.
Now, you see that a lot nowadays, but a thorough chick, bro, she's not going to want.
Nah, most of them girls that go on podcasts and they say they're getting paid. They out there for the money.
Well, a lot of them girls are OF fans, too. I mean, OF.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. They about their life, so it doesn't bother them to say, yo, I slept with 1,000 men. Or, yeah, they don't care. They really don't.
That's wild.
You think that's a part of mental illness?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've been doing a lot of reading on that, and a lot of that has to do with the father not being home, bro. Yeah. It is what it is. People hate it. A father home makes a good father, all right? Because he could be a bad father, right? Yeah. There are dudes that they drink alcohol, they DV, they hurt the family, they're in and out the house. I'm talking a steady, strong, and home educated man.
They go looking for
you know what I'm saying? Right. So that experience with that father sets them up for life, bro. It just does. A good, strong dude that shows love and compassion, but is still strong with her. Man, that goes a long way, Brown.
Yeah, I feel you.
It goes a long way. I seen it with my own sister. Shout out to my sister. My dad was extremely strong. He might have been a little too strong with her, but she got married. You know, she's still married after 20-something years, has a beautiful home. I pray that continues. But I saw how she dealt with relationships, and she didn't tolerate shit from dudes. Dudes got out of pocket, she'll cut them loose, boom. And she found somebody, thank God, that, stood by her side. But she made the decision, I'm gonna be a wife. I wanna be a, homemaker. I wanna be a mother, right? So she had her plan. And I shout out my dad and my sister for doing a great job. And shout out to my nieces and nephews and everybody out there. I mean, so yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, fathers are very, very important.
Yeah.
We live in a time, Brown, where they don't value fathers like this.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, a married man that had kids, bro, that was like a high fucking position in life.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember when I'm talking in the 80s, when I was a kid. Once the 90s and 2000s rolled around, if you look at all the sitcoms, all the TV shows, the father always plays the doofus. Yeah. He just does, bro.
Yeah.
He plays the idiot, and the wife is the one that controls everything and runs everything.
Yeah.
But before that time, husbands were respected.
What you mean? Fathers, they used to go in the room and slap the shit out of them. You don't remember the old school, like, all those black and white?
Way back.
That shit was crazy.
That was extreme. But I'm talking about when you met a dude and you knew that he was a father, he was a husband, there was a certain respect that he would get.
Yeah.
Today, he get laughed at.
Yeah.
People, they don't respect dudes like they used to, man. They just don't.
I mean, times has changed, though, man, because women are so, like, different now. They're stronger. Yeah. They're more educated and they making their own money and all that. So it's totally different, bro. It's
but I still think, if you're going to raise a family, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Agree with it. And you don't have a good dude in that home.
Oh, no.
You're not, I'm not saying you have no chance, but you got kids because the nurturing comes from mom. All the love and the kisses and then when you hear dad's voice.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, for instance, bro, like me, I'm a father.
Right. You're the perfect example.
And my kids, man, they're amazing.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. They all.
But you were around, Brown.
Yeah.
That's
all
what
my
I'm
kids
saying.
graduated. They all got jobs. They all, except my youngest, that he's still in school, but they're all good kids, man.
Right. But this is what I have to say, and I'm gonna tell you this. When I went to Roberto Clemente, shout out to everybody that I went to Roberto Clemente, I noticed it right away. Might have been like 6th or 7th grade. And I did a study in my own head, bro. I sat around and I knew who had a father, who didn't have a father.
Oh, shit.
I knew it.
Yeah, just by looking. Studying them, like you said.
Just studying them and then hearing the stories. And the major difference from me, my brother, my sister, and my cousins, people that came from 2-parent households, and the kids that didn't come from 2 parents household was night and day, Brown.
Yeah,
how they spoke to the teacher, how they reacted, how did they what was their reaction to male authority?
Yeah.
Right? To authority in general. It was night and day, bro. I remember one time, and I'm not gonna say his name. He said to me, my mom said, I don't have to listen to nobody here.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind.
Yeah,
I was taught the opposite. My dad said, if you don't obey,
you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Te voy a romper la cabeza cuando llega.
So I'm telling you from my experiences and what I see, that a 2-parent household is very, very
important. Like I lost my father at a very young age, but I still had all my uncles.
You had a bunch of uncles. Shout out to all the uncles.
So all my uncles, they made sure.
A bunch of dudes.
Yeah,
man.
They made sure you was a fucking line.
And
they didn't play that shit.
You couldn't get crazy with moms.
No, you crazy?
They was gonna beat your ass.
With none of the women.
None of the women.
You crazy?
So my point is that if you decide to make a child, fellas, this for the fellas, all right? You decide to make kids out here, it's your responsibility to be in their lives.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
It's important, man.
It's just so important, man. Be around your kids.
Yeah, it's very important. And that's by all means, whether you're with the woman or not.
Right, especially if you're not with the woman.
Yeah, you should
especially if you're not with that woman, you need to be extra because guess what? Your time is limited.
Yeah.
She's going to have the kid, you're going to have the kid. So when you have that kid, and you know what? Look, listen, fellas, try to communicate with her the best you can so you can be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have, look, even if you don't like her, try to be aware of what's going on, where are they going, who they hanging with. A lot of fathers, they just are, when I get them, and I send them back. I pay her and that's it. It's more than that, bro. It's more
especially if you want them to be raised a certain way. Like you want your kids to be a certain way. You got to stay in there to raise them that way.
And not only that, they carry your name.
If not, somebody else going to do it.
No, the government will.
Yeah.
The government will.
No, but what I mean is that another guy will come in and raise them his way.
Right.
So you can't complain how they are. You didn't want to do it.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's
what I'm trying to say.
And there's always beef with that. And recently, I'm glad you brought that up. There's been a lot of violence with new boyfriend against ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's been a lot.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm real in tune with a lot of that type of stuff. And there's been a lot of men taking women out. I'm not talking about dates.
No, taking them out, yeah.
Taking them out. And my man just told me, shout out to my man Troy, he got a phone call that somebody he knew took the wife out.
Damn.
Because she was with another man. There's a lot going on that people don't even know. They don't understand. When you fall in love and you're in a relationship and there's kids and there's cheating, slippery slope.
That's why you got to watch.
And I got into it with somebody online the other day because the story was the one ball pumed the other ball because he caught the ball in his bed with his wife.
Damn.
And my comment was, fellas, never, ever, ever go to a man's house to sleep with his wife.
No, you don't do that, bro.
You cannot do that. And the one dude said, the argument started because he said, well, how is he supposed to know that woman was married? If you don't know that, if you go into another man's house and you can't tell that this woman's married, even if she's lying to you, you're an idiot. You're not smart.
They don't give a fuck nowadays.
But you got to be so dumb and so disrespectful. Look, I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life and I regret it. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me for anybody that I've hurt. I know that God saved me because I did that a lot, bro, when I was coming up. I slept with a lot of married women. I'm not proud of it. You know what I'm saying? And God saved me. But one thing I would never do.
Go to their house.
Go to that man's house.
Yeah, so, I mean, since you're talking about that now, do you think, like, let's say if you were to go to his house and something did happen to you.
I deserve it.
You deserve it?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You deserve it.
You deserve it.
You deserve it even if you don't because, and then again, I apologize to anybody that I've offended. You leave married women alone. That's a no-no. I learned my lesson, Brown, and I don't care how bad she is. If she's married, she got a dude, Stay away from me.
That's a whole nother thing right there, man.
That's another level. You don't know where he's at.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
And you don't know all the years he put in, all the hard work he put in. And she just has a hot night that she sees you and wants to smash. Here you go being a dummy. You smash. This guy's coming after you.
And that boy, he take you the fuck out of here. And they say, Ndito, ¿por qué le pasó eso?
¿Qué le pasó, cabrón? You
ask his dirty ass what he did.
Right.
And they probably tell you.
Don't sleep with married women.
You feel me? Don't fucking do it.
Don't do it.
You could get it.
You're going to get it. Eventually.
You can get it.
You can listen. You can make mistakes. When you're young, you're dumb. You know what I mean? Dick get hard, you want to smash whatever moves. But it comes a point in your life where you have to wake up and say, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Brown, this was episode 24,
24. Oh, shit,
Great
man.
episode,
It's amazing, bro. I mean,
It's
you already know, man. It's always a good thing. Again, it's straight up therapy.
Thorough talk.
Love talking to my brother here, you know what I'm saying?
This was really, really good. And you know what I liked about this show today? I love all of them. We had a lot of great topics.
Of course.
And that's what I want. I want it to be all types of topics so we can laugh. We could be serious. You know what I mean? He's still in birthday mode, people.
I'm still in birthday mode.
Send him a happy birthday, all right?
Hey, man, give me my shout outs.
Health and wealth.
And maybe y'all could press that like button a little more. I need some of that, bro.
Like,
we need some more of those likes in them comments. We already keep telling y'all, let them flow, man. Let us have it.
Let us have it. Episode 24, Brown. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you coming in with me. This is our show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember, we're going to have a party. When we hit the 50th episode, we're going to have a party. Deal?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. This is Thorough Talks 215. Brown, give him your last word.
Man, you already know, man. Stay humble, stay peaceful. I want to give a shout out to all the beautiful women out there.
To all the girls I loved before.
The ones that exist, because there is still a lot of women out there that are great. But, you know.
Yeah.
You already know. Let's close the show.
Strap up. If no sperm is good for you, ladies. Strap up. Make sure he has it.
Yeah, you better.
You better, because it's risky business. Thanks for tuning in. Thorough Talks 215. You already know. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment.